Okay, I've got the high temp anti-seize here. I can't read it anymore. I got this probably way over 15 years ago. And I was a mechanic then, so I used a lot of it, but it's expensive stuff, but as you can see, you don't need much of it, so a little can like this lasts a very long time. So I'm going to pull, oops, drop the light again, too. A little bit of a challenge to do lighting inside of a boiler. So, extremely challenging sometimes. I'm going to grab the bolt. Before I put my arm in the light again, there we go. Slather it up with some anti-seize. I mean, I don't really care if I get too much on it for this application. It's only 3 bolts. And the fact that it's in a very nasty environment, probably worth spending another penny or two so you have an easy time when you have to take it apart. So that's that. I'll take the nuts, screw them on, bottom. And you don't want to hammer these down tight. I think last time I just kind of hand tightened them like that. Try to do the fun one on the back now. Yeah. Well, cooling off a bit now, so at least everything's not blazing hot like it was. This one over here. So earlier you saw how easy this came apart. I mean, these nuts just came right off, no problem. The key to that is don't want to over tighten them. I'm just going to tighten these as tight as I can with my fingers. That should be it. Smack everything around a little bit. Make sure there's nothing loose. Let's see if it's smooth. Cold can travel over that pretty easy. Shouldn't be any problem. Next thing you would normally do on one of these is remove. This is the factory fines cleanout here. 2 bolts. This one I have anti-seized up pretty good, and I put silicone to seal it around there, but I wasn't really comfortable with that idea. Most of these, I've got probably 5 or 6 of these Stokers laying around here. Most of them have at least one of these bolts busted off in the cast. Now, I can imagine how much fun that would be if you're just doing a normal service on one of these things and you break one of those. I don't know if you've ever tried to drill out steel in cast iron, but the drill has a tendency to want to go away from the hard steel and into the cast iron. It's a pain in the butt, especially at this angle and with all this right in the way. Wow, I would not want to have to do that. So I made my own little fines clean out. I cut a hole in the bottom. Let's see if we can actually see this. And just made a little slider. I actually intended to put a rod through here. This is a door hinge. So the rod could go outside the boiler, so you could just slide it open and slide it closed. Sounds like there's a few bits of goodies in there. bit. And that's about it. Make sure these are all still tight. There you go. It doesn't have to be, you know, the plate doesn't have to be right up against it. Yeah, you'll lose a little bit of combustion air, but not really enough to matter. And that's about it. It's in there. She's pretty well cleaned up. Time to put the access plate back on and fire it up.